dreams of becoming a flight attendant and cruise director, but her path took her to places she never expected to go.
Pam Behan spent 5 years as a nanny for the Kardashians. She's now sharing those details of her life in the fast lane. And she joins us here this morning. Tell us all about it. You've got your new book. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Here is the book, Malibu Nanny, Adventures of the Former Kardashian Family Nanny. So I need to know, we see them in the headlines right now in magazines, and they're out and about. Sometimes, there's some controversy. I don't know, what were they like as kids? Were they behave? Were they good kids?
Well, that's the number one question I get. And actually, they were pretty good kids. They just had the typical fights that, kids have. Courtney and Kim would fight over clothes. I mean, go figure, right? And, Chloe and Robert would just fight over, stop touching me, the 6-year-old
brother sister stuff.
Yes,
sure.
Yes. But other than that, they were good kids. They really were.
Now, so, ironically, you also babysat the Jenner kids.
Yes.
Before you met the Kardashian family, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda actually hired me, and it's kind of a funny story. I go into great detail in the book, but I think that the Elvis pin that I wore to my interview actually sealed the deal.
Ah, she was an Elvis fan.
Well, she was Elvis's ex-girlfriend, and I did not know that, and so I'm sure I probably looked like a suck-up wearing that pin, but I really didn't know. And she said, "So you like Elvis, huh?" I said, "I love him. Do you?" And she said, "Well, I better. I lived with him for 4 years." I thought, no way, she's kidding.
Wow.
No, she wasn't kidding.
What's different about being a nanny for a celebrity family versus a regular non-celebrity family?
It's more fun.
Do share about the fun. What was it? I mean, what was it like living with them? How old were the kids when you started being the nanny there?
Well, I have tons of great stories in the book about all the kids and all of that. But when I started with the Kardashians, it was actually on Bruce and Chris's wedding day. Oh. And so I truly was there from the beginning of them. And Courtney was 12, Kim was 10, Chloe was 6, and Robert was 4.
It's so funny to see them now and to think, like, they were kids at one point,
just fairly normal kids.
Well, you think it's funny for you. Right. Imagine me as the nanny, going into the grocery store and 3 out of 4 magazines have their faces on them. It's surreal to me.
I'm sure that would be a little bit odd, and all the drama that they've all been through, Kim especially, in recent months. So the book is called Malibu Nanny, Adventures of a Former Kardashian Nanny. And is she going to stick around?
She's going to stick around. We're going to chat more with you. And, of course, if any of you have any questions for her, you can post them on Facebook, and we can ask later on this next hour. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, Pam, thanks.
So much.
Thank you.
All right, no pain, no gain. Coming up in the Manly Minute, Ken will teach us the proper way to lift weights at a brand new high school football